Hi everybody, this is your friend Corey at a Mighty Mushroom. I'm doing some live listing like I normally do because I need to get some work done. But, see what happens. Oh, I guess I should do this. I'm gonna mute myself here. Oh no. Oh, sorry. So if you don't know, this is an open forum. Click on that link and be part of the discussion. I generally just list stuff on eBay and talk shit, but if you're watching this, you probably already know that. So this is the first thing. This is a pair of little motors. There's some little old school motors. I think they're for bicycle or auto. 12 volt. These are 12-volt motors. Motor. Use filler words. I'm sure somebody's gonna pop in here in a second. Sell these for $39.99. Pretty cool little motors. They seem to have some kind of. They have an aviation company's name on them, but a lot of their stuff was like bicycle oriented. So you saw that I made a little video earlier today, but then I deleted it because it was stupid and I wasn't prepared enough. So I will open up a window so that we can do some research and we'll make some pictures better and we'll try to produce some good listings so that we can provide some good value to our customers. And hey Lauren, I don't know if you saw the chat link share. These are in really great shape. Look how minty fresh these are. These aren't the hot. I mean, you really want the gel Noosas. Victorian through. Oh, yeah, photographs can be really good. Hi, Virginia. I'm not a great moderator. I really need to get some work done, so somebody should come in and hang out or whatever. Dead airspace. Dead airspace. Are you a troll? No trolls today. I can't deal with trolls today. You're a secret troll. We have secret troll spies in here. I had a bunch of trolls subscribe to my channel today. And there was like some people with like Nazi symbols as their YouTube logos and stuff. So put the kibosh on that pretty quick. I'm not a big fan of Nazis or anything Nazi oriented. These are Gel Nimbus 15s. Let's see. Just kidding, dead airspace. I'm just kidding. Yeah, totally. I had to like. That was really kind of creepy, honestly. I'm not really sure what their purpose was, but like here's a pair for 35. Same exact ones I have. Let's take a look at these. Oh no, what happened? Something just happened. Oh my. Huh, eBay just crashed. Amazing. Hi everybody, this is me behind the Iron Curtain. So give me a second so I can pull up another eBay window and open all those drafts again that I just had open. Jeez Louise. Ugh. It's been one of those days. eBay's starting to freak me out with all their weird stuff. They're not announcing eBay Open. They were supposed to do, which gets everybody excited. I don't know what their deal is. I don't know what their deal is. Orders, drafts, listings, drafts. Either you're on early or I'm up pretty late. Yeah. Yeah, I work at night on my drafts, completing my drafts. So during this little social hour, it's like a social happy hour. I just complete drafts and I do it live so that you can kind of see the process. I'm not the most successful eBay seller, obviously, but I do pretty well. And I'm a professional eBay seller. And I make mistakes, obviously. And do some stupid stuff. But all in all, it generally works out pretty good. So, let's see if we can't screen share again. Our application window, share. Been having some weird issues. So these gel Nimbus, uh, you know, crashed. So I need to open another eBay window. All right, let's just take a look. I wonder if we put the code in there. Yeah, we'll see. Pair. These are a size 9, which is a good size. These are a size 11.5. That's a big size. Here's one that's $59.99, but these say that these are brand new. Like, this is the thing about eBay. This is the thing you don't want to do. You don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. You want to underpromise and overdeliver. These are not new. These are laced up. These aren't even close to new. These are the opposite of new. These are used. They just clean them up really nice. You don't want to present things as new when they're not new. I can tell these are used just by looking. They might have been used once. They might have walked across the floor. Somebody wore these shoes. So I don't think you should do that. I think you should do the opposite of that and underpromise and overdeliver. These are pretty shoes though. Mine are in a better size. See, these are used and these are in a very similar condition. 4 or what? I don't know what's going on. Nobody's here though. Nobody's coming into this chat. We have 16 viewers. You should thumbs up this video if you're watching this. Thumbs up. Otherwise, go away. I don't have time for people who don't thumbs up. I really don't care if you thumbs up. I'm just kidding. Hopefully everybody can see these nice shoes. These shoes. Nimbus. I mean, look. I mean, I didn't clean these perfectly. I could have just spent a little bit more time cleaning the bottoms of these things, but you can see, like, these have been worn several times. What's up, vintage? Oops. That was an accident. You're eating dinner late. I've been coming on late, actually. Eat your dinner. I used to play music, but then I got all kinds of like copyright strikes. Let's do $28.99 push. Calculated priority. Not everything is going to be right. The amount of time that it takes me to like, wow, nice. Kayla listed over 60 items today. I'm going to try to get 50 drafts popped here in the next hour or two. Depends on who comes in here and who annoys me. If Rob comes in here, I might get more listed because he annoys me, and then I get like heated. It's weird that Krillin's not here though. It's freaking me out a little bit. All right, Nike Zoom. These are Janoskis. No, these aren't. That's not the right. No, let's. All right, let's. Damn, girl. Yeah, well, these are right. These are Nike Agent Plus Turbo. Wow. These are better. Nike Agent Plus AZ Turbo Flywire. These look like they're size. Just, oh my, shut up, Krillin. That's weird. How did I just mute myself? I think I somehow muted myself. I'm being hacked. He's hacking me. Because I don't know how that would have happened. Hopefully everybody can hear me now. Or if you want to, I don't know. Maybe nobody wants to hear me. And then I'm out of. ASMR, creeping back, duty. I just generally think YouTube sucks, but like that's why they end my videos. Oh, gee, something wrong. Item specifics, brand, Nike, key. Wait, what happened with the retrograde? Mercury retrograde? It must be. Yeah, dude, well, if eBay had like a freaking. These are not men's shoes, people. Eh, change category. Found a pair of Gucci. Goodwill is not going to be profitable to resell from very shortly. Neither are retail arbitrage is done, kids. All these like Ross is going to crash. Marshall's is going to crash. All these big box stores are going to crash. They're done. They're DUN done. Hope you enjoyed it because it is coming to a close. H. The vegan flipper. Whenever I see the vegan flipper, it makes me think of somebody making tofu pancakes. I think you should change your name to Tofu Pancakes. Because, like, flipper, flipper. There's Flipper Joe, who actually has a dolphin in his logo, which is funny. Then there's this guy, I don't even want to mention his name because I think he's an asshole. Starts with an R. And flipper is it's a funny term. Yeah, tofu pancakes. Change your name to tofu pancakes. Change your name to tofu pancakes. Tofu pancakes, tofu pancakes. These shoes suck. These are old school, 1991. 1991 dead stock, 1991 mom shoes. Vintage dead stock. Destroy. Everyone's afraid to come in without Kayla here. Kayla's like the milkshake. Dead stock Cortez pink. Dead stock. Nike. Oh, you're fine. I don't need anybody to talk to. I don't like people anyway, so don't worry. I only do this because I don't like people. So, I wish somebody would pay me like 35, 37. Truth. I'll include shipping for that price. Alright. Who's talking to me on the internet? Alright. Keep going, keep going. Oh. I'm getting eBay messages. I sold an Oakley beanie. Come on, man. eBay's notifications. Is anybody like, oh, dude, what? Is something wrong with the damn? Oh, this guy's killing me. Let's see it. Dude, I sent the stupid sheet out a month ago. Oh, God. Sometimes I'm dying. I had a return where the return is clearly, the item clearly states exactly what it is. No, there were two. I got two perfume returns. One of them was a full bottle. It was 1.7. It says 1.7 fluid ounces. Everything about it has 1.7 fluid ounces. It says it on the box. It says it in the description. It says it in the listing. It says it in the item specifics. And the guy's like, "Oh, I got this, and it was too expensive for the price." And it's like, well, you ordered it. So I don't know. I think maybe there might be a scam where people would take perfume, open it, take the stuff out, and return it. There's tons of scams out there. I've heard of that scam before, but I do sell a lot of perfume. No one's done that to me yet. But, if there's a way to get an edge, people will try. Not everyone, it's like 1%. They're the 1% that make e-commerce, but they make commerce difficult, the criminals. Um, and they will defraud you at any expense because it's not their own expense. So, I mean, I experience significant fraud on Amazon. Amazon is one of the most fraudulent, well, it's the most fraudulent platform I've ever experienced. I just don't know how they're gonna, they have to rein it in at some point. Dude, I have no idea. Ask Kayla about that. I'm sure shoulder pads are coming back or something. These are Alan Edmonds Drakes. One of these pictures are really good. See if I can make a good picture. That's okay. It kind of makes me dizzy. I don't like that picture at all. I don't like that picture at all. Don't rip out the shoulder pad. Alan Edmonds Duke. These are a size 9D. That's a good size. Duke, $22. Why do you have those on auction? Shit. Not many Dukes on sale. Solds? Alan Edmonds Duke. Duke. 41. Pebbled. Cordovan. Pebbled. You can't pebble Cordovan, so that's completely wrong. Cordovan is like a really, really like thin leather that you can't really tool too much. You can't really dye too much. It's a very, you'll know shell Cordovan when you see it. But maybe, I don't know, pebbled is good. I like pebbled. Loafer. Pebbled. Pebbled. And drop in heat. I don't like any of these pictures. It's like the closest to me liking something. I still don't like it. Yeah, we'll stay with that. I feel like I already cropped this. Dude, you did this cool. You cool. You cool. Let's do fixed price. Trying to remember to change this to 10 days and everything so it'll list for 30 days and it'll drop. I think I'll charge $37.99 for these plus ship. Put like 2 pounds on a pair of shoes, and that way you can kind of defend yourself against really high shipping costs across the country. Hate shipping stuff to like the Florida Keys. Ugh. Yep. 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 You used to call me on my cell phone. I posted a picture of like Doc Martens that I put like Wonder Balsam on, and everybody went like the internet went nuts. Like so many people like that stupid picture. Hi, reseller mom. Where? What? 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 I feel like I have the whole pool to myself tonight. Whole pool to myself, just hanging out. Got a beer. Have any beer? All right. Ugh. Everyone's good. No one's being entertained though because I'm trying to get some work done. And the reality is, if I don't get work done, I don't get paid. It's not a hobby for Corey. Well, I mean, I guess it's no, it's not. In any regard, it's not a hobby. Wow. I was realizing how much money I spend every week. It's insane. This business is, I believe it's about spending as much money as you possibly can wisely, as quickly as possible. These were half price. I think these are great. These are Ernest Hemingways. What size are these? 10. They're just too small for me. I think they really beautiful, beautiful condition. Not worth a lot of money, but actually really cool. See if we can find somebody. Slip on, leather, black. Look at the Gucci in there. Will they give me a beer after that? Just kidding. I wouldn't do that. You aren't productive today. I have to be productive. I don't have a choice. Just tell me.
Do it.
What's up, bro?
Up.
What's up, bro? What's up, bro? I have a pair of Ernest Hemingway shoes.
Are those desirable?
No.
Oh.
The Old Man in the Shoe.
'Twas a good book.
The Old Man in the Shoe. Pebbled leather. We'll use the word pebbled. I don't know. I think these will solve these. They were cheap.
Oh.
So I can sell them for $30 and somebody buys them. That'll be great. That'll be great. They're very well constructed. I just don't think it's a brand that people know about or desire. But gosh, if they fit me, I'd probably keep them. These are ugly as sin, but you know, you used to be able to get these everywhere.
So like 1996.
Yeah, but everyone cares about 1996 right now.
Oh no, I know.
It's like nobody cares about anything but what was popular in 1992. I feel like I'm in this weird vortex.
We kind of are.
I know. People don't think the world ended on like whatever day that was, like December 12th, 2012.
Oh, I know.
But December 12th, when was it? 20 something?
I don't remember. I
Well,
don't pay attention to that.
it just ended. We just didn't realize it. And we're living in this weird pseudo reality where Donald Trump is president.
So don't remind me.
I don't have to. I mean, forget it.
I'm trying to forget.
Well, it's not gonna happen, so you just might as well stop. Stop with your nonsense.
Hmm.
These are ugly, huh? I don't understand what women want for shoes because, like, some of the things that I think are like so terrible that no one woman would ever wear it. That's what people buy for me, and like the really nice high end, like awesome stuff, like people aren't buying. Like I have a ton of like desirable Ferragamos. I'm asking for a lot for them, I guess, but um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up. I'm terrible.
I don't know.
I
I
like
like
for
comfortable
some
shoes.
reason. What's up?
I like comfortable shoes, so
Yeah, I mean, for some reason, I like selling shoes. I'm not really sure why, but I like selling shoes, so I kind of put it as part of my business model-y thingy. I've been thinking lately about like where, like, at what point is there a point where I'm like, when I get to the point where this building can't hold anything else and I have the correct inflow, what's the next move? Like, do I want to figure out how to open up another this thing somewhere else?
hmm.
I'm trying to decide what my if I'm gonna be more private oriented or more like retail oriented, where my initial business plan for this space was um, to have the public come in, but I don't know if I really want to do that. And I feel like there's just so much stuff on the secondary market that isn't direct from the consumer here in Portland that I'd rather just figure out how to buy like I really want to figure out how to do like estate sales, like kind of or parts of them.
Do you think you'd enjoy that though, really?
What's up?
Do you think you'd really enjoy that? Like
Yeah, yeah,
selling to other resellers instead of selling to the end customer?
I would still sell to the end customer. I'm talking about acquiring the product.
Oh, you're not talking about running your own estate company.
Kind of, kind of, but selling the stuff on eBay. So I come in and like we say, this is the online aspect. So before it even goes to like a real estate sale company, like we're the first step. Like let's get the value, the strong value that can be projected. Let's get that online where we can get the higher price for it and sell it quickly. And then, I just want to figure out how to get access to the good stuff first, honestly.
But this would be like doing it as a consignment then for them, or you just be paying them up front.
That's the crux of that side. Like
Got it.
the consumer side is easy. People come in with stuff, you pay them, they leave. You know, and they come back with stuff, and you pay them, and they leave.
Yeah.
The enterprise side is more difficult, but the ability to scale is much greater. I mean, imagine like buying 3 or 4 amazing estates, like amazing estates. It would take 3 or 4 to get to $100,000. I mean, there's so many sales, estate sales, where I'm going in with a bunch of competitors when I would just literally buy everything.
Hmm.
Like if I got it for the right price, I would just buy everything and then figure out get how to if it was at the right price, obviously. I have a way to sell clothing, I have a way to sell hard goods, I have a way to sell just about anything. So, and then being able to like scrap things that aren't, sellable and all that kind of stuff. Building like a way to process that stuff, like process entire estates for non-physical local sale, but like so let's say you call me up. Let's say you want the house to go into the market in a week, and you haven't done what you needed to do, or nobody can help you out, whatever. You have a timeline. Somebody comes in and they walk up, they make the deal, and they take everything. Absolutely everything. And you need a place to like sort through that stuff. And you also need to assay the value properly, right? But
Mhm.
it really doesn't matter because if you have eBay and you have let's say you pay on average, like I would pay like $7 per item, or if it was everything in the house, maybe it was $1 per item. And you could be starting hundreds of auctions every week, and if the cost was low enough, it wouldn't really. You could have a robust auction business, and you could have a robust other business, and I mean, I think as I see the way things are going here and in the reseller market, I just kind of want to figure out how to stay ahead. I guess that's more of what I'm talking about than anything. But I'm not behind. I just want to stay ahead.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
But I'm thinking like, where am I scaling to, and that, you know, how does that relate? Like, okay, so I'm like, okay, I want to do $1 million per year, 1 year, like not 1 year, but every year. So do I need to get above that? Like when I get to that point, am I going to be like, okay, let's get to 10 million and see, you know what I'm saying? Like,
It's hard to predict that.
exactly. But I don't want to have to predict it. I want to be able to fork that timeline, right? And like have the option set up to like, take advantage of certain things and bypass other things, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's where a lot of resellers struggle is thinking about scaling and when they're going to scale and how they're going to scale. And
Yeah, I think inventory management is the key to everything, and uh, modularization, I guess, like creating module work modules.
Mhm.
I think that's the way to go. But I'm doing this from a completely enterprise perspective, and I know not everybody does it this way, but like I'm on the business building side of things, and that's what really interests me. So, and that's not everyone. But I'm kind of thinking now, like I'm looking at how. So I thought it would take me a year with the amount of capital that I had and the sales volume that I had to get this building full. Because so what I'm trying to do is scale up. What I do is like scale up, and then in that scaling inventory, there's often a lot of things that they're not perfect inventory, but you get to that level and then you're managing it, and then you focus on getting better inventory, right?
Mhm.
So that's that's kind of what's happening now, and I thought it would take me to the end of this year. Honestly, I really did. I kind of but I what I omitted from that formula was like the growth I would experience from growing,
Yeah.
the sales growth I would experience from my inventory growth. I really didn't factor that in, and I didn't do it for a reason because I couldn't predict it. I couldn't mathematically prove that as my inventory grew, that my sales would grow in a specific proportion. So I think when I was calculating things, I just said, you know what, let's assume that they're not linked and that they won't grow. But it was a huge mistake because now my sales are pretty good. My sales have actually gotten better as far as a percentage of inventory. Like my sell-through rate I haven't really changed my product classes that much. My inventory disbursement is about the same,
Mhm.
30% clothing and 70% of everything else. I'd say I'm probably down to like 20% clothing now. Oh, But um, but yeah, I mean, this larger inventory, it seems like I'm really just selling more items, but maybe I'm just acquiring better inventory. I'm not really sure.
Is that where you want to be with a very low closing percentage, or
I want 25% of my inventory to sell every month. So I want 25% to sell every month, and then I think like the next 25% should be like 60 days, and the next 25% should be 90 days, and then uh there's going to be outliers in there, and I don't want that to be 25%, but I haven't figured out how to make that number better yet, and maybe that like auctions make that number better.
I think so.
So if it's in inventory for 90 days and it's not a specific class, I mean, like, you have to make some decisions, or you have to have like a rugged business model. But like I have a more so like if I have like like a say it's a piece of jewelry and I'm like it's worth 2 grand and it's going to take somebody 2 years to buy it for that price. You know, that's just like that's just how it goes sometimes. But so that's not something I would try to chew through things and really honk down on this buy for 7, sell for 50 model, I guess.
Yeah, I
Buy
think
for
that's a good
7,
place to be.
sell for 50. And do that as many times a day as possible. I guess. But it's, at the same time, there's opportunities to buy. Like I bought a Monopoly table for $150, and it's gonna sell for like 600. It's gonna take a while, but it will. I mean, that's the market price for this specific Monopoly table game. They don't come up for auction that much. They don't come up. There's no other one for sale. I have the only complete one for sale, I believe. But they sell, you know. So I don't know. 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 I'm just like making things modular is more important than like accounting for outliers, you know,
Yeah.
because they're outliers. Like, get rid of them anyway. Like the Monopoly table is an outlier. Maybe it doesn't even need to be part of the business model at all. Or maybe I'm thinking things on too high of a level. Like I'm thinking about things where I could step away and do something else and grow something else, or be involved in a specific way to, you know what I'm saying? Like have an exit kind of mentality where I'm building this as some kind of enterprise that technically could be sold, and like building all of those modules together that don't rely on, my charisma or my knowledge specifically is very difficult because I'm very charismatic
Did you also mention how humble you are?
and cute. I'm very humble.
The humble mushroom.
It's not called the humble mushroom, it's called the mighty mushroom. Let's see if we can find these gyro shoes. I've never seen gyro shoes before, by the way. A lot of shoes. Gyro. Do, 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 do. But yeah, so I'm kind of making some decisions. Decisions. I'm not really making the decisions. I guess I'm trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do. What my instincts tell me is the proper decision.
I think that's something about owning your own business is your brain never stops about these things. Like these,
Yeah.
these things are always happening in your head.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, what happens when I get to this level? Do I just like settle into that level? And it's like, no, that's not what I do. I don't settle into the level. I go. I keep going. That's what I do. That's what I've been doing my entire life. So I feel like I'm riding a wave right now. Store
It's
reviews?
Yeah, she says you should do more store reviews.
Everyone on the internet would hate me.
I would not sign up for that.
I know, dude. I would
I
just
do not want a store review from you.
I mean, if you want to know the truth, I'll give it to you. I'm
Nope, I'm good.
not gonna beat around the bush. I'm also not gonna review any stores unless somebody asks me to. So
I'm just not like that. I don't like that kind of criticism. I know some people flourish with it and really like it, but that's not my jam.
yeah, I know. I wasn't trying to be. It wasn't supposed to be criticism per se. I was trying to be like. I was trying to really, really crack it. Like this is what I'm seeing, and I know it was hypercritical. I was slightly agitated, so I did apologize. But at the same time, the things that I was pointing out, um, the things that I was pointing out were truthful. I wasn't, I wasn't, I wasn't being very friendly about it. That's for sure. But again, I apologize because I was being extremely salty. And but at this, you gotta everybody who's watching this in the future, you gotta bring value to your customers. You gotta bring value to the platform, bring value to the people around you, and you'll do okay. That's what I was trying to say, really, because that's, I mean, it is important.
I think that's a good takeaway.
What's up?
I think that's a good takeaway.
Yeah, I mean, I totally brutalized, but every store is going to be imperfect. Okay, what people do is they get way hyper focused on single items, and I'm just kind of like, just sell it for $30. It's fine. Move on. Whatever. You don't know? Cool. I'm not selling Picassos over here. I'm selling shoes. So, it's okay to make mistakes. Like, you'll learn more from your mistakes than not making them.
Well, and I think it's also okay for people to have different um, plans for their business and outlooks on
Absolutely.
how they're selling things and how they're running their store.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
not everybody wants to be where you are or where I am or where
Nope.
Nicole is. And some people are totally happy making like a couple $100 a month and, paying for their, car payment every month and that's it or whatever.
Exactly. But what if they could like do the exact amount of work that they were doing now, but more efficiently, smarter, and they could just do much, much better? I mean, that's why you get a store review, to figure out
Yeah.
how to do better. You wouldn't care. If you didn't care, you wouldn't get the store review. That's the other perspective. If like you're just like, I just do it for fun, that's way different than asking for a store review or paying for a store review. Like you want to pay for it, like I'm gonna give you the what, and you can get multiple people to like. I'm not the best eBay seller and never ever claim to be, even though I'm kind of an asshole sometimes. But um, I to somebody's benefit, getting out there and trying is the most important thing. Like being able to take criticism is really, really difficult. I'm terrible with taking criticism. Lots of people are terrible with taking criticism. It's a huge part because you have a lot of pride in what you do sometimes, but when it gets in your way and you can't make changes because, of pride, that's when you get messed up. Pride breaks so many people.
Definitely.
And you know, there's pride, there's nothing wrong with having pride. It's when pride becomes like the vice that like you can't control anymore. Like, oh, I can't listen to you because my pride button is getting jammed. You can
So,
go anywhere you want, Carissa. You just have to be creative. There's a lot of noise. Like in your life, there's a lot of noise. There might be a freeway outside your window. There's a lot of
literal
culture.
noise, figurative noise.
cultural noise, all kinds of noise. When you can kind of like stop, meditate for a second, and you might have to struggle to do that. You might have children, might have a husband, you might have a girlfriend who plays video games all night. Find a quiet place to think. Think to yourself for a little while. No distractions, no phone, nothing. And just think for a minute and say, hey, what do I really want? What do I really want to do? Do I want to challenge myself? How much do I want to challenge myself? Because anybody here knows how to challenge themselves and knows that challenging themselves is part of like life. Now, I mean, I don't want to, I like to live a, I want to spend a lot of time with my daughter and I want to have leisurely time and I don't care about like possessing important things that would make people considered important. What I care about is having time. And that's what I love about this business is I get to choose, even though I work a lot, I'm working right now. I get to choose that I'm working right now and I get to choose what I'm working on, how I'm working on it, and I get to guide what I do, right? So I have a 4-year-old daughter and she went through her whole tantrum phases and all that kind of stuff. And right now she requires a ton of attention. I can't sit here and list stuff on eBay. That's why I do this late at night. Like when she's here and she's awake, we play, we build blocks, we do art, watch a movie, whatever. We spend some quality time together, And that's what I mean, honestly, that's what I love about doing this. I also don't like when stupid people tell me what to do. So that's why I can't have a job because I just don't like when stupid people tell me what to do. And generally, when I get a job, the person who's like telling me what to do is stupid. So I just can't take. Just can't do that. I mean, I can. If I need bread, I'll do it. Okay, if it's the only choice I have, I'll do it. But it's not, so I won't.
What is eBay even?
Don't overwork and end up like Joe's in the ICU fighting for his life.
No.
You're silly. Don't say stupid things. Dr. Pooh. Is that Casey? Is that one of those guys? One of those goofy troll morons?
Some more.
Everybody knows that the world is full of stupid people. So wouldn't it be funny if it was like the CEO of eBay just went around and trolled people for fun? If he called himself Dr. It's Devin Winnig. He's like, let's just log in and bother eBay sellers. I'm Dr.
What if he's a real doctor?
I hope not. Don't overwork. How does one overwork? I'm sitting on my couch listing crap on eBay. I have a comfortable couch. It's pretty sweet. I'm listing some Johnston and Murphy loafers that I had a great time. I love shining shoes. Must be like genetic. Even my great grandfather was a shoe shiner. I get a crazy satisfaction. Do you get a crazy satisfaction about doing some specific menial tasks?
Steaming clothing.
Oh God.
Oh, it's like meditation.
Yeah.
Like
That's
watching all the wrinkles come out of like this 75-year-old silk dress is just like, oh.
Look at the shine on these shoes. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, we enjoy weird things.
I love shining shoes, especially if they're really, really bad. I don't like cleaning the bottoms of them because they're gross. I leave the crap on the bottom mostly because I don't want to mess with it because people are gonna walk on it anyway. I kind of focus on the top of the shoe, which I think is the most important part of the shoe. These are beautiful. Wish these were my size too. I don't like loafers that much, but damn, these are fine shoes. This is, I believe these are shell cordovan leather.
What is this?
It's like horse leather.
Horse leather.
It's very like it has this sheen to it. You can see it, and it gets this patina over time. Gets see like these darker kind of marbled colors, and these are made. Oh, these are Johnson and Murphy made in Italy. Huh. I really like these. Really like. Anyway, the last 40 bucks are maybe 35, 33 plus shipping. If I got them for $5, well, I will pass the deal on. I have a bunch of low price crap tonight. I took the pennies out. I think I did. No, I left the pennies in. These aren't the ones with the pennies. I don't think. I think there's some Allen Edmonds with the pennies in them. The pennies. Did you look? Did you see the topic of this show?
No. What is that from?
I just made it up.
It's from your head.
Yeah. I don't even remember what it says. Gucci on that feet, breaking on that street. Yeah.
Don't quit your day job.
I don't have one.
I mean, this is kind of your day job.
Yeah, this is my every job. This is my all-time job. This is my job. I like these because these are crazy shoes.
Those are really cool.
Did you see the texture of the leather, how it's different? So the
Mm-hmm.
cap in the middle is like this like kind of textured leather, and then the cap is like darker, you see?
I like it.
It has the double monk strap and then the blue satin on the inside.
Who are those by?
Sweeney,
Never heard of it, but those are really cool.
British company. These are made in London. They're expensive.
Very stylish.
Sweet as shit. It's his fault if he is overworking. Who's Jason? Who the hell is Mike Saunders? What is he talking?
Who are these people?
Dude, this channel is for people we know. If we don't know you, go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away, evil trolls. Somebody subscribed to my channel who had like a giant eagle and swastika.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I think it was one of those German troll guys or whatever. But it was like, how can I not real like I don't have that many subscribers, so when somebody new subscribes, I see who it is. It was like Commander Nazi Bazaima or something, with a commander with a K. Anyway, man, they are out there.
Crazy guy.
Just people who have no life. Go dig a hole and sit in it.
Forever.
Yeah, like DIE.
Mike says Dr. eBay is Jason. How do you know his real name?
Who the hell is Mike?
Who are
Like,
Mike?
who's Mike and Jason? I don't know
Are
Mike.
these people?
How can one guy who I don't know vouch for another guy that I don't know?
He's
That's
like, trust me, I'm Mike
trust.
Saunders.
Yeah, I'm Buzz Aldrin. That's my friend Yuri Gagarin. Yuri Gagarin. Jeez. Yeah, dude. Let's check out comps on these Sweeneys. Where? Sweeney Monk. Sweeney Monk? Ooh, 43. Ooh, these aren't as cool. Oliver Sweeney. Oh, wow. Some have sold for pretty good money. Look at those. Those are new.
Those are nice. I like the black better, but
Yeah, the black ones are cool. Whoa, these.
ooh, those are new, but damn.
Yeah, boy. We're gonna try to get some money for them. We're gonna try to get some money for them. We're gonna try to get some money for them. I was so I was watching like a documentary about Lil Pump,
Oh Lord.
and I was like,
Ugh.
I was intrigued.
Oh, what a cesspool of humanity.
It's all an act.
It doesn't make it any less gross.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like who's that guy? The the crazy hair. He was like the white rapper dude. He had like Peach Panther was one of his Peach Panther was one of his albums or songs or something. What is his name? It starts with an E. He's like Rizibby Bizizzy Bizizzle or something. I don't know. Rizizzy Bizizzle Bizizzle Riff Raff. He's kind of like a meta Riff Raff.
I don't know. I'm just old. I don't get it.
I don't get anything anymore.
And I don't even mind.
Sometimes on these weird like high prices, make things weird, like 147.42, and things sell better.
Sounds like very scientific
Mm-hmm.
studies you've done.
Mostly. See if I can charge shipping on these. Like buyers bake offers, I guess, because I have no idea. It didn't cost very much money. That doesn't mean I don't need to get some. Breezy Resell started a live video. Man, that stupid picture I posted a picture of a prop from Grimm, and it got liked by 4 people, and I posted a picture of a dirty Doc Martin, and it got liked by like 100 people.
What the people want.
Yeah, what's wrong with you people? Oh, these are really cool. And they look like shit. And I got that Wonder Balsam and like a horsehair brush. Man, these are tight now. I'm kind of sad I sold those monk straps I wore to the Christmas party. Those were cool. They sold for like $250 though, so I wasn't that sad, I guess. I saw a post. You guys are going to Denver
Yeah, in a month.
in a month. Which day?
The 27th to the 29th.
Oh, cool. I was thinking about doing some kind of event at the shop in April, but more like around my birthday.
Like the middle of the month.
Yeah, like in a couple weeks.
Yeah, you should. I think we're gonna be in town, at least I'm kind of planning on it sometime during that second week.
Yeah,
Like from sometime between like the 9th to the 15th. I don't know when.
that's when it would be. It would be sometime in there. That
Because
might
Hazel
work
has
out
off
good.
of school and I'm not gonna know what to do with myself for 5 days home with her. So I'm like, oh, maybe we'll go down to Portland and stay like for 2 nights or something and
Yeah,
just come down and hang out and go shopping and go to the Almsea and stuff like that.
yeah. Take a little trippy.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
I get some sourcing in and get to write it off.
There you go.
Always thinking.
These are size 12. You don't have to put made in the listing, by the way.
What?
I'm just talking.
Mass flipper. I don't think we normally tell people to leave, but if you're just here to be a dick and cause trouble, then yes, you can leave.
That's true.
I mean, this is his channel, but I'm pretty sure that he'll agree with that. Like, if you're just here to be an asshole and you have nothing to add to a conversation, like, you're not wanted.
Mostly. You don't have to add anything to the conversation. Just don't be an asshole. You actually don't have to add anything. Just listen. Man.
Though.
What's up?
It would be nice if people added to the conversation.
Surely.
And I think most people do.
I think the mass flipper watches a lot. He just hangs out and does whatever he's doing. I think he's generally benign. I don't think the mask flipper is like a
No,
troll.
I don't either.
I don't think he was trying to troll there either.
Nope, I don't either.
I think he
I
was
think he was
actually
talking
saying
to the
something.
other people that were in the chat.
Exactly. Exactly. I don't think the we got Rob trying to enter mushroom space. Look, he always drops out once. He's gonna. That's not. I don't think strap. You're so. I love these shoes. They're kind of my size too. I'm probably wear these at some point.
I know that women's ballet shoes do really well.
Do they?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it kind of depends on the style. They have to not be like an outdated style, but
Yeah, these are weird because they're monk straps, but they have this weird moccasin like thing going on, at the top here where it's I kind of like it. I like it to be a full piece of leather and not have that weird seam on it. But I like this shoe though, honestly. I gotta try those on. I used to not care. God, I bought those pink Adidas torsions.
mhm.
God, man, they're the most comfortable shoes. I haven't had really comfortable shoes in a while. They're so comfortable, but they're just the materials they're made out of are just junk. I mean, they're well, it's like ooh, somebody offered me $95 for $1,000 pair of boots. No.
No.
What am I asking? 750. Let's see what they say in the offer. 95. Mr. Wooster. 749.99. I sent a message. I fart in your general direction.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I'm sending it right now.
Oh God.
What? Why not?
Because that's not very professional.
Well, you sent me an offer for.
So what? And you're going to be personally offended by it? Didn't we just talk about this the other day?
Yeah, I'm not personally offended. I thought it was funny. I was making a joke.
And not everyone will find that funny.
Well, I don't
I
care.
might find it funny, but I know you and think that that is just a part of your personality. Someone else could be offended by that.
Ugh,
I'm just saying, maybe you don't care. That's fine. I'm just
I
giving you
actually
my
don't
opinion.
care. Actually don't care. Oh, let's look up Bally monk straps. Let's see if we can find some. Those aren't monk straps, I guess they're buckle, but let's just see if we can find Bally monk.
Somebody's got to be, Stephanie.
I don't know.
Somebody has to.
Look, some of these go for ridic money. Ridiculous money. Oh, these are the same ones. These are Revisto. Okay, cool. Bally Revisto. We're just gonna steal Revisto. And we're gonna go $99.99 and we're gonna offer free shipping on those bastards. Revisto. Ugh. I'll take out. Bally Beast of Leather 12B. What about songs? Oh, we're gonna sell those. Shoot! I almost crashed the internet. Tomorrow, I think everyone knows about Joe being like, why is that? Yeah, like Flipper Joe? Joe who? Exactly. What? I know like 50 Joes. Flipper Joe. Well, there's tons of Joes out there.
Well, I mean, obviously.
I mean, oh, Flipper Joe's in the hospital. Oh no.
I don't know who that is.
He hangs out on the show.
In chat?
Yeah, he's kind of a goofball. I mean,
Oh,
he just hangs out and watches, and he says goofy stuff. But he's got good intentions. He's not like he's not a troll either. He's just kind of like a goofy dude. And I talked with him in the chat. He hasn't been on the show or anything, but I talked with him in the chat, and I think he makes some content somewhere or something. So he's a real dude. He's not like a fake entity. But well, I hope he's okay. I hope he's okay. What? Do we got a Bobby here? Mommy. Good, ask a question.
there he is.
I can see man boobs.
My what? My man boobs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got man boobs now. Yeah, you're right. I gotta lose.
Dude,
I gotta lose some weight.
cut out the carbohydrates. None.
I know.
0. Don't eat any carbohydrates. 0.
Yeah, it was bad. Today was a bad day too.
0. No bread.
I'm such a bread junkie.
Eat all you want, but don't eat any carbohydrates. Get yourself read about therapeutic ketosis. Have you heard of ketosis
Uh,
or the
I was
ketogenic diet?
no more plant based.
No. You can totally what it does is it shifts your metabolism from consuming carbohydrates as its main energy source to using fats as its main energy source.
Yeah.
So there's this guy named Thomas DeLauer, and he's a big advocate of it, and you should check him out. It's a really therapeutic for like if you're overweight, and a lot of that weight is like water weight, because like
Mm-hmm.
the way your body works can be really weird. Like let's say your insulin cycle is different or is peculiar. You have when you eat fats and sugars, you release insulin, but when you only eat sugars, you don't release insulin. Like, there's a lot of different genetic makeups they're different in how we like process food. But anybody can change their metabolism over to. Isn't Crystal doing like ketogenic diet?
Yeah, I think so.
She was talking about it. So you monitor, so you can get these test strips and you just pee on them and it'll tell you if you're in the state of ketosis. If you're in the state of ketosis, you just want to avoid all carbohydrates and your body will burn the fat. Exactly, because that's what it's doing. It's
Oh,
like
I know. When I behave myself for like a week or two, it just shreds off. It just
yeah, but imagine if you behave yourself for a year.
a year. Forget about it. 6 months.
A year. Do it.
Do it.
My dad lost like 20 pounds in like 45 days. He's on a ketogenic diet right now. Yeah. Like really fast, and he's in his 60s.
Yeah, I gotta lose.
I'm not saying you have to lose weight. I'm not saying that at
No,
all.
I do, bro. I really I want to lose by the summertime, like say 6 months, midsummer.
I'm saying go the path of least resistance, you know?
Yeah, I
Like
want
do
to
some
I want to
research.
get back under 200 pounds. I really
Do
do.
some research and figure out how to do it. You're a smart guy.
Yeah.
And that was the nicest thing Corey ever said to Rob.
Thank you, Corey. What the
Shut up, Rob.
There we go. All is well with the world.
I was gonna say, shut up, bunghole.
Shut up, bunghole. I don't know what I did with that Beavis and Butthead shirt, by the way.
It's probably in the laundry somewhere.
I might have brought it to Argentina and somebody probably stole it from me. It's a pretty sweet
Somebody,
shirt. I am the
somebody in
great.
Argentina.
I am the great Cornholio. I'm going to Cabo San Lucas in May, the first week of May, with my wife and child. Go do a little traveling in Mexico.
Mexico, Cornholio.
I love Mexico. Mexico is amazing. Rural Mexico. What's up?
I need TP.
I need a teepee for my tacos.
All right, so Corey, I gotta tell you a story. And Kayla, I gotta tell you a story.
Here we
Okay,
go.
tell me a
Where is
story.
everybody?
There's not that many people watching.
Where's Death Piles?
I don't know his email address, so I can't invite him.
I don't know. Everybody's watching Global Voodoo right now, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, what was I gonna say? So remember,
Do you
like I
know
was
that
talking.
global? Wait,
What's up?
stop. What do you watch the Global Voodoo guy?
Yeah, watch him.
Do you, do, uh, I didn't really know who he was, and then I saw him like ranting like drunk on YouTube, and I was like, oh my God, oh, oof, jeez, it was pretty rough. So I don't, I kind of feel like there was a ton of negativity in a really weird way, really quickly. And maybe I just caught the guy at the wrong time.
Yeah, that's only when he's drinking.
Oh man, it was really bad. I mean, it was
Yeah,
really bad. And I was like, holy moly, this is not cool at all.
yeah.
So I haven't really watched anything else, but I'm sure he has something good to say.
Well, you know what I like about his show, like what he does is that he does a lot of different stuff, and I kind of like to watch people sometimes that like not necessarily like, oh, I'm gonna follow their model, but like sometimes you're just like curious about, say, storage lockers, right? You're not that you're like, oh, I'm gonna go do it, because obviously I got nowhere to put anything, but it's like I'm just curious, like, you know, how the auction process go. You know, I mean, I'm sure you're curious once in a while, like
Yeah,
on different things.
absolutely. God, I think buying storage lockers is like the worst value proposition ever. Unless you
Some people,
really, God,
that I talk to, what they do is, a guy in my area. I mean, like I said, I don't know if these guys are full of shit, you know. So I'm just going by what I hear.
probably
There's a guy
not.
in my area that he says he finds a lot of jewelry in storage lockers. He
That'd
says,
be really, that
when's
just doesn't seem like a. I mean, I've bought several and I have found small pieces of jewelry, but like I've never found like the jackpot, but I haven't bought more than, I probably bought 30 storage lockers in my
oh,
life,
that
maybe
many?
less.
Okay,
Oh
still
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, and I found like coins and some cool artifacts and cool antiques but for the most part, I would say, and I mean, I'm a pretty good buyer. I mean, I'm not a hoarder. I don't like junk. I don't like to deal with junk. So I try to buy the best stuff, you know?
Yeah, you want to try to get quality, but
It,
like what a lot
well,
of people do, like
Jesus, it
one
was
guy
like
from my area,
85% garbage though. Seriously.
does
Because
look like a lot of garbage.
what happens is a lot of times the person comes back. They know they're not going to pay for it. They take out the good stuff and they leave the shit they don't want behind. That happens a
But
lot.
a lot of times,
Somebody,
there's one guy in my area in Queens, New York. He does a lot of locker videos, and he says the majority of the people are in jail.
yep.
So he says that's what happens. That's why they don't come back. And if they get locked up, there ain't no way for them to come back to get that gold chain because they're in prison. Even though just by him telling the story, I'm like, maybe that's not the greatest idea of doing a haul video on YouTube. Oh, by the way, look what I just found, these brand new Jordans and da 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 da, and whatever.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you definitely don't want to be doing that.
Rob, what criminal is going to watch your YouTube video?
Not my YouTube video. I'm talking about the other guy.
Whoever's. What criminal's in jail looking up YouTube videos to see
Let me tell you something. Somebody else watch. Look, think about this. If you make a title, right, and it says New York City, blah blah blah, storage locker, and another guy sees it, and someone else says, "Man, my man, wasn't that your Jordans that you had?" Or if it's like a jewelry, if it's like a necklace or something.
Family.
Some guys might want their stuff back. They don't care that they lost it.
Their stuff back. They
what?
definitely want it. They might go rough up the guy at the storage locker who then they say, "Hey, this is the guy who bought it."
You know what?
Yeah.
You're 100%.
Wait, let me ask you a question, Rob.
Yeah.
Did I miss the story? Because you said you were going to tell a story, and that's why I jumped on here.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Did I miss this whole story, or did you just forget?
No, I didn't tell my story yet. I'm just.
Brian, I don't think you realized I'm the only one who can harass Rob here.
I wasn't trying to harass him. The only reason I jumped on is because he said he was going to tell a story.
I'm just kidding. Oh, you can harass Rob all you want.
Nah, this guy, he's just busting balls.
I also feel like
you
need to go to bed, Corey, because you said something nice, and I'm not sure I like it.
Okay.
Rob, I would like to hear your story.
Thank you. You're a sweetheart, Kayla.
I'm just asking
doll. So now
I don't care about your stupid story.
So I'm going to tell the story anyway, whether you like it or not.
Shocking.
So now here's what happened. Remember I was talking about that thrift store I was trying to get involved in like 2 or 3 months ago?
Yes.
So what happened was me and the guy the clean out man, what we were trying to do is rent out. She's got a huge basement, okay? And half of it, remember I made the whole big deal about the store used to be a bridal store. And so the basement is dry and clean as a whistle. There's no, no mold, no nothing, no, it smells like, nice basement. Anyway, so what we were trying to do is rent a part of her basement. But instead of buying because honestly, I wasn't even trying to get into the thrift store business. It was just an idea. But what I really want is an area to put, like how you have it, Corey. You have an area to put eBay stuff, and it's easier to have an employee when you have the stuff out of your house.
I have an office.
Exactly. So anyway, what I wanted to do with this other guy, because it's a decent size, it's probably about 1,000 square feet. This room, this side room that she doesn't even use. Okay, but I want to split it up with this other guy because I don't need the whole, I can't afford the whole thing, to be honest, to sublet it from her. But so then she didn't want to do it because she's like, what if this guy gets hurt or something happened? Because, the guy does clean outs. He's bringing furniture down the basement, something happened. She was nervous. Anyway, now it's like a month or two later. Now it seems she seems like she needs money, And things change, like when you're worried about liability, like, oh, no, what if this happens? What if that happens? And now she's telling me a story about how kids need, she's a single mother, kids need this, kids need that. So I says, look, when you decide what you want to do, we'll sit down and we'll discuss money, whatever it is. Because she was I felt bad for the woman. She was sweating, and she's like, I don't know, my daughter needs this, and this happened, blah, 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 long story, da-da-dee, da-da-do, da-da-da. And I'm like,
This happened today?
Yeah, this afternoon.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go back.
So,
like you don't get to the point, so then I drift off. Like I completely lost your story. Seriously.
Yeah. So And the idea was too is this: when I was trying to sell my partner, whatever this guy is.
What is this woman like? Jesus Christ!
What?
I feel like I'm in a maze instead of a story right now. Like, what the fuck is the point of what you're saying?
What do you mean? What's the point? I'm telling you a story about my day. Don't you tell stories about your business?
Yeah, but this is my channel, so I get to say
So then
boring
why
shit.
you invite? You're like, oh Rob, come on, I gotta talk to you. It's important. And then it's like, Rob, why are you here talking so much? After you're just like Rob, come on, I need somebody to talk to.
I just can't tell when the end of your story is.
People want to hear my story. Trust me. Look in the chat. If you looked in the chat once in a while,
Can you read the chat tonight, Rob?
I can't read shit.
Yeah.
I'm on my.
I'm sorry, and I don't mean this is gonna sound like I'm lying, but I don't know what the story's about. What happened?
I know, me either, so he needs to start over.
There's a lady, and she has a basement, and she's a single mom, and you feel bad for her. So what's happening?
Why are you in a
Single.
basement with a single mom? What's happening here?
All right. I'm looking to rent a part of a basement
Got it.
with
To
another
put your
guy.
crap in.
Correct. The lady who
Uh-huh.
has the thrift store. She has the small mom and pop thrift store.
See how
Okay.
fast you got to that point?
So, but it's a complicated story because the lady, she you know what it is? She's very stressed out. Okay?
What is
Because
this?
she's running the store by herself and her kids giving her trouble. You know, she's got kid problems.
I'm gonna kill you.
So I'm trying. You know what it is? The store is only like less than 5 minutes from my house, and it's clean as a whistle. And the lady is a nice lady. She's a
You want
sweetheart.
to rent some space in her thrift shop?
Correct.
There's nothing wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Yeah, but she's
Just make
kind
sure
of
you
like
have
a
a
very
lease and everything's on the up and up. You know, make sure you can get your shit.
yeah.
That's all.
But are you doing this because you really want to and can, or are you doing it because you feel bad and she's a woman and you're trying to like get in her good graces?
Trying to get
No,
her draws.
because I need to get all this shit out of here. I need room.
Yeah,
So is it
you're
just
right.
going to be storage, or are you going to be using it as like a sales place?
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to set up like, you know, a permanent or sub part, you know, like photography area where I don't have to like pull, like when I want to take pictures, like I don't got to pull shit out. I could just take pictures and
Okay.
then
Yeah.
have everything already set up.
So you want to have an office?
Is it close to your home, where it's like really
Yes,
easy to
it's
get to?
Are you
very
gonna
close.
actually
It's only like
use it
5
and
minutes
not-
away from my house.
Are you gonna actually use it and not be a schlep?
Okay.
I'm asking you a
So
question.
it's going to be easy.
Answer my question.
It's going to be very easy.
Nothing's easy, dude. Don't even
All right, it's
think
going to be
about that.
easier than what the fuck I'm doing now. All right?
That's
Yeah.
fair.
There you go.
So obviously we got to discuss money, but now here's the other issue is I don't think that she likes my partner, or I don't even want to call him my partner because he's only just the guy I was going to split the room with, you know.
Yeah, don't do that. Just get the room.
I know, but the problem is like when she would see, here's the other side issue, okay, is that when we were talking money for that space, you know, she obviously needs a certain amount of money where it's going to be worth it for her to sublet it. You know what I mean? If I say, "Oh, I'll give you a couple of $100 a month," she's gonna say, "You know what? Forget it. It's not worth it, to even have you down. You know, whatever it is." Now, we were discussing numbers and to rent the whole space, which she came up with a fair amount, about $800.
How much?
I'm sorry,
How
about
much?
$800.
Jesus, that doesn't sound fair.
For how, like,
Yeah,
about how many square feet?
Yeah, it's I would say over 1,000.
That's
I mean,
big.
that's pretty big.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
big.
Really use 1,000
So
square feet?
Exactly.
That's well, but see, that's the whole idea. Is that's what I'm trying to say to Mike, because
No,
he's
don't
got.
get anybody else involved. Get it at the price you need it. Tell her, listen, this is what I can afford. You need the money. I need the space. Let's figure something out. Come up with a budget
I
on your
understand,
own.
but in my estimation, I said, look, I really only want, say, 25% of that room. I don't need this 1,200 square foot room. I don't need it. Okay, I will only take, say, 300-400 square feet.
Mhm.
So, but because he has the clean out business, he gets stuff
I
all the
know,
time.
but what I'm saying is, can you do that? Like, that's a much better option. You don't want to partner with somebody, believe me.
And you're right. No, I'm not disputing that. But I'm saying is,
I know you're not
if
disputing
she's
that.
not going to get a chunk of change, she's not going to want to do it for.
Yes,
Like,
she
my
will.
idea is,
She
if
needs
it
the
was
money.
800 and he could come up with 600 and I can come up with, say, 200, if
Do
I
that,
can afford to.
dude.
Sorry.
This is what you do.
Okay.
You put up a curtain rod or a chain and put a curtain on that bitch and rent the other side of it and do it on your own. Don't fuck with anybody else. If
Or
she wants to do it, do it. If she doesn't, don't. Seriously, like,
if you're gonna
what,
add somebody else, make sure you have separate leases.
dude, just don't get involved like that. Seriously.
No, I
You're gonna get
understand. I
fucked,
understand.
dude. You're gonna get fucked.
I know. I'm sticking my ass out, but I
Don't
really
do that.
Don't.
Seriously, don't.
You're not in a position to do that.
Exactly. You're not in a position to do that, and it's gonna end up shitty, and you're gonna fucking hate yourself for it. So,
Weren't you
dude,
the one that said you went through like a bankruptcy and lost tons of
yeah,
money because of
all
a
that
business
shit.
deal with somebody? Like, if you didn't learn from that,
Yeah,
like,
dude,
but this
for
is
real.
but
No, it's the same thing. It is the same thing.
it's the same thing because you just said it's the same thing, even though it's.
No, dude, it's seriously like do it on your own. Like, don't fuck with anybody else.
I
Make
Yeah,
a
but
wouldn't
deal.
go
if
into
the
business
room
with
is too
anybody.
big, if the room is
Who
too big
cares
for
if the
me,
room is too big?
If
Rent
it's
it.
too big and you can't afford it, then don't do it.
Don't do
Period.
it.
but you're saying no, but in one breath you're saying rent it to somebody else, but then you're saying, oh, don't rent it to
No, no
somebody.
one said rent it
Which
to
one is it?
somebody else. It's one, lady, I can afford $400 a month. I only need half the room. If you'd like, I'll cut the room in half and I'll rent half of it.
That's
If
exactly what I would say.
and if you don't want to rent it to two people, I can give you $400 a month for it. We can do this for 6 months. Make the deal on your own.
I just misheard what you were saying. I thought you were.
I was
What I thought you were saying is. Never mind. I now I understand what you're
you
saying.
thought I was saying that's what I was saying.
Yeah, don't go in it with somebody else.
Don't.
Yeah.
If you want to, so what I did is I almost made the same mistake that you just made with my office, and I kind of saw the light in a certain way. But now I rent an office to, and you can't do this where you are probably, but I rent an office to somebody else in the building. So in my office, there's actually another office, and I refurbished it, and we set it up so that there's access to the bathroom that's in my part, and I rent that office out. But
Sublet.
yeah, I sublet that office out. Um, but that's where you want to be. Like you say, you're responsible for it. You know that you can pay it off, and then to make your spot more economical, you bring somebody else in, but underneath you, so you can get rid of them. Like
Yeah.
don't do it together is what I'm saying. Like you take care of the deal, and if you want to bring somebody in later after you've established order and your own ownership of the place in that way, do that.
Yeah.
But negotiate it at a much better price because she's not using it, right?
No.
Just because somebody
Well,
needs,
yes, I should
it's
say.
not your responsibility to make sure that she can pay her rent. You can
No, of
help her,
course
but
not.
you can't do it.
But
You can't do it at the expense of like your own
myself.
business, unfortunately.
No, I totally understand that, but at the same time, I have to be cognizant of her situation because
Well, just make an
I
offer
would
that
be
you can
wasting my
do. Just
time
make
if
an
I'm
offer
not
that
taking
you
it.
make an
What?
offer that you can do, and if you can't make the offer, don't.
No, I know.
Is this basement, like, I know you say it's clean and that's good, but is it safe for storing product?
Yeah, well, that's like what I was saying is that it used to be a bridal shop where they had dress, wedding
Oh,
gowns and
down
stuff.
there,
Sorry.
down in the basement was a wedding shop.
Yeah. Well, that's where the storage where they stored wedding dresses downstairs.
Oh, yeah. So it's
And then they
dry and
didn't do
nice.
that anymore once it flooded and they lost all their wedding dresses.
No, this is not the flood zone. Then she's not in the flood. We're a mile or so from the flood zone.
Okay. I would be
But
scared
no, yeah, the
about
flood
housing
zone is
stuff in a basement.
I don't
But
think
what?
there's anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with putting your stuff in the basement. I
No,
would
this
argue-
basement.
I
I
would-
tell you, yeah, it was
I would
a
argue
bridal
that's
store. They
better.
had wedding gowns that were expensive that were down there. It's not brand
Yeah,
new
I would
stuff,
rather
brand new
my stuff be in
merchandise.
the basement personally, but so yeah, try to make the deal, dude. If she asked for $800 for 1,000 square feet,
Yeah, that's what we would discuss. Yeah, it was like not because it wasn't. It was that was a roundabout price, but I
did you
didn't want to be
make
too
any
pushy with her because she's
did you make any
fragile. This woman.
did you make any agreement about price?
No,
So this
she's
is what I would do.
fragile, you said?
she's fragile.
Oh, fuck.
So this
Her
is
husband committed suicide 2 years ago. I mean,
dude,
Ugh.
but that's all of
she's
that
got 4
aside,
kids.
like you need to for your security and her security, you need to make an offer that you can both deal with. So if you're like, I can
Absolutely.
$500 a month, you can honestly say to her, honestly, listen, I can take the space from you. I can start renting it from you tomorrow. I can give you $500 a month for it. That's all I can do.
Yeah, no, of course, but she's going away somewhere.
I'm
So I think are the kids off the first. I think that week,
whether she
starting on Easter
that's
to the next week. Seems like a lot of people are going away. I don't know. I always thought that kids are off from school the week before, but she's going
Mhm.
somewhere with the kids after, I guess, whatever it is. Excuse me.
Easter,
Yeah, Easter
Passover.
going forward. Not. I thought the kids used to be off the week going up to Easter, not the week after Easter.
Mm.
Fuck if I remember. That was 175 years ago for me.
But don't you have kids in school?
Yeah, but my daughter doesn't have off for 2 weeks now. She doesn't have off next
Really?
week. She has the week after that. But she goes to a private school, so it's different.
Oh, okay.
She goes to a private school, so it's different.
She goes to a Montessori school, so I wouldn't know. She's very advanced.
Yeah.
Not really. I don't know. Whatever you do, get that shit in writing.
Corey, have you seen Evil O's or no?
I think he might have stepped away. I've seen him on Instagram a bit.
Uh-huh.
I think he's just busy with his own shit.
Like real jobs, like
Yeah.
Real jobs.
Oh my God, Michelle, is that a My Favorite Murder reference? I think it is.
My Favorite Murderer.
It's a podcast. Do you know what a podcast is?
Yeah, it's what you listen to when you're doing your measurements, and then you just listen to it, and then you get halfway through, and then you're like, you know what, this is fucking boring, and then you're like,
No.
I like podcasts.
What
I
podcast
love
do you listen to?
Joe Rogan.
Like,
I like Joe Rogan.
I can't stand Joe Rogan for a while. So what happens is I listen to a bunch of Joe Rogan. He starts to agitate me, and then I have to stop listening to him. And then, maybe 6 months later, I'll start listening again. I can take him. And then
Yeah.
Duncan Trussell. I like that guy a lot. He's he did a show with Joe Rogan called Joe Rogan Questions Everything. Have you seen that show?
No, the guy sounds so familiar.
they go and like they go try to find Sasquatch and they try to find like UFOs and they try to document weird events. Weird, whatever, like cryptid, like
Tons.
they go look for the Loch Ness monster, that kind of stuff, but they never find any compelling witness testimony or evidence to show that any of this stuff is even like substantiatable in any fashion. And Joe Rogan's like, yeah, it's all bullshit. It's pretty funny.
You sell a lot of skateboard stuff?
Yeah, I do when I find it, but it's really hard to find the old stuff anymore. I used to be able to find it all over the place, but it's just all gone.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, I
finding
post.
NESs. Like you never find. I mean, I find like I go to like 300 estate sales every year, and I probably find two Nintendo systems a year. But no, they're not worth any money for some reason. Like NES collecting like fell off pretty hard. Like everybody's collecting Nintendo 64 and like obscure like it's all the really obscure stuff that people want.
Neo
Nintendo
Geo.
you can buy Neo Geo, yeah. You can buy Nintendo games, like original Nintendo games on eBay for like a couple bucks.
Yeah, they're not. Because, yeah, I found. Do you remember that game, Bases Loaded?
Yeah, I love that game. Even though I hate sports
Pace?
games, I love that game.
Yeah, I found the game at an estate sale in the box. Like, and it was not brand new, but it was, I mean, the box was like mint. And
Mhm.
I couldn't even get $20 for the game shipped. It was like, I was
crazy,
like, oh, I
right?
got it with the box.
Yeah, well, sports games aren't that collectible.
But I figured,
Yeah, it's
box.
like somebody who collects them in a box would need it, right?
Yeah, so I struggled to get like $20.
Yeah,
And I
dude,
paid $5
they
for it.
mostly suck. I like Super NES does okay, but it's Nintendo 64 right now. Definitely. Genesis games aren't worth shit anymore. Those used to be
Really?
awesome. But
Yeah, say paid like $2 for this, but I don't think it's even worth that.
what people want are the PlayStation 1 games in the giant boxes with the original box. That's what's really collectible too, because there was a limited number of games, so you can like basically create a collection.
Hmm.
Like you can get every game on PS1 like in the original box. That's what these collector dudes do. I don't know why you would care if it's in the box. Maybe it's the experience of like having that. It's the experience of doing that while when you were a kid, like just the act. You guys want to see an abalone, a
I thought
rod?
this thing was gonna be worth more money. I picked up
What is it?
this thing here. That's PS1.
What is it?
They're okay. They do okay. PS1s.
It's not like a real PS. It's not the system. What is that?
It's it's the case. You put the games in here.
Oh, okay. It's like a drawer that holds the games. I gotcha.
That's the first one. It's not really worth shit. I thought it was gonna be worth money, but sometimes you buy stuff you don't even look it up. You just buy it if it's like $5,
I
whatever.
mean, that does that even have PlayStation on it except for a sticker, or is it just a sticker?
I think it's just that sticker.
Yeah, so that's why it's just a piece of plastic that has a PlayStation sticker. Like,
Yeah.
if it had it stamped on it, it might be worth a little more.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
picture an old
What about
drawer
this?
that holds like the
Atari?
VHS tapes. It's like that for PlayStation.
Atari games don't sell for shit either.
Not anymore.
Yeah. You can't get Ugats for them.
Oh gods.
Stugats.
Do you have that stuff for sale right now, Rob?
Which stuff?
Everything's for sale. It's just not
Anything
listed.
you're showing to me, like actually for sale, so people can buy it.
You mean listed? No.
Yes, for sale.
You mean listed?
Well, it's not for sale if it's not listed, you goofball.
Well, it's for sale now. People see it on the internet.
I'm gonna murder everyone in a minute.
And like this, I thought this box set would be worth money, but it's really not worth shit either. This one here,
Not?
What is that?
the Nirvana.
Dude, I was getting so much money for box sets on Amazon until they told me I couldn't sell them anymore, and then
Really?
sent me all the ones that I had in stock back.
Oh, shit.
Speaking of Ugats,
Why did they
Like-
stop?
But one of these CDs skipped, so of course my luck, you know.
they did it to everybody. They didn't just do it to me.
Oh, okay. I thought you just like pissed them off.
Oh, dude, I have a hate relationship with Amazon. Let's see what I did on Amazon today. I don't even look. Like I just send stuff in and I just let the money come to me or not. So sometimes like my balance on Amazon right now is negative $131 because somebody returned something big.
And I
But
bought this for myself.
I have a bunch of shipments that are delivered,
I don't
but
know.
they're taking forever to enter inventory. It's fucking annoying. Rialto, but my stuff goes to Rialto, California now. Most of it. It used to go to Ohio.
Yeah, so how does that work? Like they tell you where to send it. You're like, okay, put this in this box.
So I use a program called Inventory Lab. It integrates like a scanner, like an inventory scanner.
Uh-huh.
So I can just scan items in. If it doesn't have a barcode, I don't send it to Amazon. Meaning like it needs to be like
You don't print
new,
your own.
new in box or like new in box. It needs to have the original box.
Wait, they used to have a thing in Ohio?
They have one in Ohio.
Well,
Definitely.
we just opened one in Columbus, like huge.
Oh yeah.
But it was only within the last year.
Yeah, well, there's one in Portland, but I never get to send stuff to that one. 'Cause it's mostly like local like paper plates and shit, things people order all the time. It's more like a local distribution warehouse, not a national distribution warehouse.
Yeah.
So I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, so on Inventory Lab, I just enter all the things based on their UPC codes because I just scan them in. If they don't scan in, I don't send them in. Just because the expectation of the Amazon customer is high, and you need to really meet those expectations, or you'll get things returned in a second.
Corey, I know you sell shoes. Did you ever sell the trees?
Trees?
The shoe tree. I guess that's what they're called, right? The trees.
Shoe trees?
Or stretcher.
Yeah, I've sold those. Why?
No, I just didn't. I was gonna throw them out because I sold the shoes that were there, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should try to just sell the trees too. They're nice. These are from Barney's.
Dr. Martens, made in England.
You have that store out. You have it in the West Coast, right? Barney's.
Barney's? I've never even heard of Barney's.
I don't think we have any out here.
It's only East Coast.
Yeah, I haven't heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you guys have Nordstrom. That's like I think that's from the West Coast.
Yeah, Nordstrom Rack. Nordstrom Rack is the next one. It's done, dude. That's my next prediction on the next big collapse.
Really? Why do you think that?
I'm looking at them. I'm looking at you guys going to buy dresses for 4 cents, and them just not getting things together to be able to, make that. They're just giving money away. Because
It
if you
happens.
can sell it, why can't they sell it?
Well, that's their like once a year or twice a year where they flip all to new inventory.
No, they just had another sale that was like 50% off of a whole shitload of other stuff. I went in there and looked at it.
It wasn't that
Yeah,
great
Corey, it's
though.
I don't know, dude.
I
I think they're struggling. I think that's based on what I'm reading about their earnings and everything, and their reach. They're one of the next ones to fall. That's just my own prediction. We'll see. I would say by the end of summer, Nordstrom Rack will go bankrupt or get bought by another company by the end of summer.
I would
I will
agree.
if somebody wants to bet against me $20.
Yeah, I didn't know they are a separate company from Nordstrom.
Yes. They are. They're like the clearance arm, but they also work with direct distribution to get lower pricing, and it's a whole different business model than Nordstrom. But Nordstrom is more for like baby boomers. Like people in our generation don't shop at Nordstrom, I don't think,
Yeah.
as much as
The one by me is pretty busy. But they opened up a Neiman Marcus, and there's nobody in there. The one by
Oh
me.
God, yeah, Neiman Marcus. Like my great grandmother shopped at Neiman Marcus.
It's because they,
It's like
you know what it is. They
Sears.
built it in an area that, it's kind of weird. Like they built, they only build it in areas where there's a lot of money.
Yep.
But they built it in an area where people have money, but they don't spend that money on clothing.
Yeah.
Like it's not good. Like I'll go to estate sales in this one town. It's called Garden City, right? I'll go to estate sales in that town, and these houses are $1 million plus, and they'll have literally Kohl's and Target clothing. They're just not into. They spend money on lacrosse camp and private, high schools and stuff like that. They don't spend money on clothing or flashy cars.
No, you're right. Right. They spend money on their 401k.
Yeah, and they have a house in Sag Harbor, and they have this, and they got that, but they just don't spend money on. Like if you see Polo, that's expensive. Maybe they have Polo or Brooks Brothers, but never Ermenegildo Zegna or Brioni.
Did you say this story just to say those words?
Like a Berger Galilbo.
Hermenegildo Zegna.
Medibrildo Virginia.